Hi guys, hope training's going well and you're having a fantastic week so far. This is a short video showcasing some highlights from my delt and arm training day, which is session number 2 of 3 that I'm doing at the moment. So day 1 is chest and back, day 2 shoulders and arms, and then day 3 later on in the week, legs. So this particular routine is a fairly fast-paced training session where I utilise quite a lot of supersets to keep the tempo high. It's not always like this, but for this particular week, that's what we did. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you've got any questions about training or nutrition, leave them in the comments section below and I'll always take the time to respond. Enjoy. Okay, so the first exercise was the shoulder press machine for delts. This particular apparatus feels quite comfortable, so we'll continue to use this all the way up to the end of the prep. We'll just kind of use this till the wheels fall off, I guess. It feels comfortable, and a lot of these machines, especially in commercial gyms, don't feel very good. So when you get a machine that feels nice and puts the joints in relatively comfortable positions, you can really whack up the intensity. And that's certainly what we did here. One all-out set, 4 to 6 reps, 120 kilos. Just about got 4 on my own before my training partner and client came in for the spot there for an extra 2. If I kind of miss 4 for a couple of weeks running, then I'll consider taking the weight down, but really try my best to avoid that going forwards. If I could just take a few seconds of your time to remind you that I offer online coaching exclusively for natural lifters. So if you fancy getting coached by a legitimate lifetime natural, someone that's overcome their skinny jeans without the use of drugs, then head over to the website and just pop in your details into the form. There's a link in the description box below, and I'm offering a 25% discount for the first 3 months of my coaching program if you sign up in June. Thanks. We then smashed another 30k on the machine and decided to do a set of negatives. 2 to 4 rep target, 4-second descent, using assistance on the positive phase or the concentric phase of motion to be able to get the weight to the top. So you do need a training partner to be able to do this. But with conventional sets, you're never really going to tax the negative or the eccentric phase of motion to its maximal capabilities, and you can do that with negatives. I like it. I think it's a really cool way of training. Probably needed to go a little bit lighter though, didn't quite get the reps that I wanted. Then moving on to the lateral raise machine, 2 standard sets of 6 to 10 reps, and the third set would be the drop set, which you're watching here. So around probably 2 minutes of continuous work on this last set, 55k, then 40k, and then 25k. So make sure you're not dropping off too much on those drop sets. You still want to make those next 2 sets quite difficult, and I think that's a problem that people run into when they do drops. Ends up being too light. Now comes the faster paced workout. The side raises, front raises, and bent over raises, all 15 reps, 10k on the sides and front raises, and then 15k on the bent over raises. So a real heavy hitter superset, this one, fast paced, very painful. We do 3 rounds, and that was the last set. Then we move on to arm training, and we decided to do GVT, 10 sets of 10, super simple, incline curls straight into overhead extensions double. And this is the 10th set, so that there was my 100th rep on the curls, probably in the space of 15 minutes or so. And then the overhead extensions, hitting the triceps, again just using a spot if need be to get that kind of maximal range of motion in as the triceps start to fatigue. Great, arms are super pumped. Then we move on to the heavy stuff, and we can focus a little bit more on kind of the contraction with heavier loads, when sometimes they feel a little bit niggly when you start out with these movements. So we go into 6 reps, about 102.5k for myself, and then the preacher curl, same kind of protocol, quite heavy, 95, maybe 100 pounds or kilos, whatever the weight is set out on that. But it felt heavy for 6 reps, real good contraction on that, slow negatives. Then we again move into the next superset, again fast paced, rope curl into bar push down, and we do 3 sets. This is the last set where we go past that point of failure, so I'm using partials here to continue the set, so I don't necessarily need to stop when I do my last full rep. I can just keep going with a shorter range of motion. And then push downs again, 2 regular sets, then the last set, a little bit harder, a little bit heavier, using a spot to kind of go past that point that I would usually be able to do on my own. And that's an integral part of my training philosophy. It's just difficult to execute when you're on your own. And the last exercise, forearm curls, high reps, definitely above 20. Just go until you feel like your arm's going to pop.